and it don't let any man near.
This ghost. Describe it for me.
Well, it's awful frightening. Awful.
I meant, what does it look like?
It looks like a woman, but fresh from the grave. Wears a dirty dress, all rags, its skin flaking off its bones, and it howls like it's suffering.
Some wraith. Or maybe an alp.
If you don't wallop it, Master, if you don't take care of it, that is, it'll come kill me daughter.
Well, won't come kill his daughter. Whatever illness she has will do it. And to be honest, I don't think pure well water will help her fend it off. Certainly, clean water would be a good step on the way to recovery, but yeah, you need a bit more than that.
Fine, I'll help. Where's this well?
In Havel, a settlement on the heights. It's abandoned now. No one ventures there on account of the ghost being about. Drive it off, please.
I know I should have asked about money. I just feel bad about. You tell a sob story and it gets me at the heartstrings.
May the sun shine upon you.
God damn this game. Oh, this is fun. Whoa, disengage.
What's it's doing here? Strange, she's not attacking.
Yeah, that is odd. Ooh, that's creepy. The residents of White Orchard have suffered more than their fair share of misfortunes. Passing armies had trampled their spring planting, Griffin had begun abducting their livestock, and the rotten icing on this painful cake, a noon raid haunted a nearby well. The wonder locals called this final evil a devil. The Witcher could sense something bound her to this place, that in order to send her off into the ethereal realms, he would first need to learn her secret. Once that was done, he would have to prepare for battle. The noon raid is a demanding opponent. She can disorientate her victim by blinding him and creating mirror images of herself. These copies slowly suck their victim's life energy, while their mistress remains untouchable. In order to defeat her, the witch could not rely on a silver sword alone. The ardent side would be needed to trap her, force her to take on a material form. Noon raids. Despite what is commonly taught, peasants do not interrupt their labours at midday to get out of the sun. They do so to avoid noon raids. Vlad, Raymond, peasants and their customs. On particularly searing hot summer days, that is creepy. And it's reminiscent of the lady from the first game. When the sun reaches its zenith, wraiths will at times appear, resembling sun-scorched women dressed in long white robes. These wraiths, the spirits of young women and girls who died violent deaths right before their weddings. Driven mad by pain or anger, they wander the fields searching for their unfaithful lovers or backstabbing rivals, though they'll kill anyone who does not get out of their way in time. They are often held in this world by some object of intense emotional significance. That is why, if one ever finds a wedding ring or torn veil in the middle of a field, one should not pick it up, but instead back away as quickly as possible. Rates. Clerics, finish all your business before you die. Bid your loved ones farewell, write your will, apologize to those you've wronged, otherwise you'll never truly leave this world. Paul Vicar, peasant healer, advice to a dying man. To be honest, that is probably pretty solid advice. Clerics and scholars are forever debating whether spirits do in fact journey to another world after death, one where eternal joy or suffering awaits. Both groups agree, however, on what happens to spirits who, for one reason or another, remain. In our world, after the body breathes its last, they transform into wraiths to hear their mournful howls. One can surmise this is not a fate to be envied.
Something's tied the Noon Wraith to this place. An object. Something she needs before she'll leave this world. Stabbed with a knife, died on the spot. Animals fed on his body, picked his skeleton clean. More bloodstains over there. But it's not his blood.
Follow the drag marks using your witcher's senses. Black magic doll. Huh. Yellowed diary.
Journal. Might be useful.
It's happened. Volkar sent a petition of her grievances against the Lord to the court of Vizima. Listed all the harm he's done us. How he killed Jonan for not taking his cap off quick enough. How he trampled our fields when drunk, when Narya taught her a payment. We barged in during Peter's wedding, and demanded his right of the first night. Now we finally got what we begged Scoia'tael for in our prayers for so long. The judge recognised our grievances and waived all our bonds and duties to the Lord. We can finally strike out on our own. At last we can live as free men. The first day of our freedom. Hovel's not much of a village yet, but to my mind it's better than the most fantastic palace. Volkar fumed our home with hazelwood smoke to drive out evil, buried a marten under the gate, and to make sure no thieves crossed our threshold. Then he gave me a bracelet, loveliest I've ever seen. Mother said it's foolish to spend so much on a bauble when we haven't plows or hoes, and that we ought to return it to the merchant. Over my dead body. I'll never take it off. I will always be there to remind me of Volkar, of how happy we were that day. They say the Lord is coming to see us, that he claims that he wants to make a deal, to beg us to return to the village. They say he's calmed since his son died, that he's not as quick to anger over small slights. Well, we'll see. One way or another, I've no inclination to move 1 inch from here.
That bracelet might be what ties the woman's spirit to this place.
Let's make sure.
Bloodstains, barely visible. Someone was dragged this way. Someone who was still alive.
Oh, this is depressing.
Palm prints in blood. Small hands. A woman's. Someone dragged her out. She was wounded. Fought for her life. No body in sight, but might still find some tracks. Under the right conditions, bloodstains can remain visible for decades. Another print by the well. Moonwraith won't stray too far from the well.
I'm not sure how.
Got too close.
No. Okay. Engage. Christ, damn it, I need to use dodge. Yurden. Hit it. Come on, wander into one. Wasn't it Axie? Or it was Yurden, wasn't it? I think she's just not wandering into it. Maybe if I disengage, that'll be enough. Yeah, let's just disengage. Okay. Should leave me alone as long as they don't get too close. Thank you. Hate the carry limits. Doesn't seem to be anything in here. I need to get this handprint.
Whoa, got too close. That stench.
raw meat really doesn't heal much. Okay, I need to check the bestiary. Friend of mine used to say that all these griffins and basilisks and whatnot, good old-fashioned wolves aren't nothing to worry about. Then the damn beasts devoured half his flock. Yingvar, shepherd. I have no idea how to say it. Once upon a time, wolves were the absolute rulers of the forest. Many used them to frighten children, while adults too trembled at the sound of their howling. Post-conjunction monsters not only pushed wolves into the deepest wilds, but also took over their place in human nightmares. Yet this does not mean the old predator ceased to be a danger. Wolves do not have a drop of magic within them, breathe no fire and spit no acid, but that in no way stops them from killing unwary travellers and hunters. Particularly dangerous are wargs, a nasty and vicious subspecies of wolf, and the snow white wolves which today can only be found in the wild highlands of the Scoia'tael archipelago. Yeah, Yarden. Yeah, I have Yarden up. Yarden. Yard. Come on. I'm annoyed that it won't get bound by Yard. This Yarden's much harder to deal with because of how small the markers are. Come on, engage. Ignite. Fire. Damn it. I wonder, if I disengage far enough, if I run to disengage, basically, I'm wondering if I can do... No, well, run. Basically, I'm wondering if I do this in such a way, can I get it to ignore me, like be gone AWOL for a while, long enough for me to get in there to look. No. It's wandering over there right now and it's about to come back to me. Roach. Get on the horse. Fucking roach. What did I expect? Okay, let me run further this way. But yeah, basically my point was I was hoping if I lured it away for a bit, could I look at it? I was hoping that, you know, in the time it took for it to get back to the thing, because it did take a moment. Could I take a look at it? But it seems no. Let's check out this house. The East, Ducal Water, the Hall, Vile, Clatter, Clatter, Vile. I wonder. Oh, okay, beautiful. Just used to games not allowing that. Need to go get more food and whatnot. Annoyingly, it seems I have to engage. No, I don't. It's a noon rate. Oh, sorry, I got the time skip. I know I could have gone by the pictures, but I was getting the time confused, AMs and PMs. Don't mind me.
Noon Wraith won't stray too far from the well.
I'm not sure why he stares at that to notice that, to acknowledge that. See the mushrooms. Nice.
Bloodstains. Almost faded. But the line's taut. Something's not right.
She's in the well.
A corpse, hanged by the bucket rope. Woman the journal belonged to. Must be. Wide pelvis, small jaw. A woman. Around 30, judging by the teeth. Left arm's missing.
Probably the arm with the
Need to
bracelet.
cremate the remains. Gotta find the object that binds her to this place before I do, though. Was she wearing the bracelet from her husband? Might be why her arm fell off. Gotta jump down there. Hope I don't break my legs.
Same cutscene?
Wide pelvis, small.
Yeah.
Need to cremate the. Gotta jump down there.
Oop. Nearly did. Oh, this is a huge place. Still, the water might be a little corpsey. But it's only one. That arm's anywhere, it's probably under the water. There's a box. Nice. There's an arm. Or an bracelet. I always hate swimming controls in games. Especially since World keeps doing fucking spins there. Okay, it seems I don't have to hold down C. Holding space will make him rise. I've just so much difficulty getting them to actually cooperate sometimes. Can't get them to get up there. Let's go over this way. Nope, it's over here, the ledge I initially got onto.
Lucky not to come up empty-handed. A bracelet with an inscription. To Claire, from Volker. Bracelet must have belonged to the woman in the well. Lovely craftsmanship, but I'll have to burn it with the body to get rid of the Noon Wraith for good. Better do it near the well.
Considering it's been in the water for so damn long, it's held up very well. Be a little flub up on the other side, or might be just they didn't bother, designing the rust and all that. Or that, or it's damn fancy metal. Let's go with that. Sounds better.